Welcome to Projectdog for a how-to tutorial for creating and using electronic signatures. Once you've saved a form that requires a digital signature, all you need to do is open it up in Adobe Acrobat Reader, and you're going to see, if you roll your mouse over the form that's not signed. Now you have several options when you have this type of a form. You can print this form up, fill out all the pertinent information with a pen, scan it to PDF, and upload it to Projectdog, and that constitutes an electronic signature. A simpler, more effective way to do it is just to utilize the electronic tools that Adobe Acrobat affords us to use. So if you just click on that link, it's going to step you through the initial creation of your digital identification, which will work as your electronic signature. So I do not have an electronic signature as of yet, so I'm going to select Next. Going through this form, I'm going to go on the recommendations of Adobe. So I'm going to hit Next. It's going to create a new digital ID file. I'm going to type in my name, John Jones, organizational unit. I'm going to say I'm the estimating department for Projectdog. That's the name of my company. And once you do this once, you'll be done, and you'll be able to use this on any form that requires an electronic signature with Adobe. So I'm going to leave everything else as the defaults. I'm going to create a password unique to my ID. I would suggest writing this down somewhere in a little library for yourself, so you don't have to redo or try to delete this file off of your computer. So it's going to come up and ask me for my password. Now, this is the screen that you're going to see every time from now on when you go to sign a digital ID. You will not have to fill out all the paperwork or the screens prior to this. And you'll also have the ability to have multiple IDs. So if you have other people who are authorized to sign within your organization, you can do that. So I'm going to sign it. And immediately what it's going to do is ask me to save the file. So you can give this a name of anything you want, and I'm just going to name it signed. Today. I'll just say signed today. And there it is. So right now we have a digital signature, valid signature, John Jones, and there's a bunch of different things you can do within this. You could actually, through Adobe, you could add your company logo on this as well. But for the sake of this tutorial, we're not going to do that. Now, a couple things that I wanted to point out. A lot of folks have been asking, what is a digital ID? How, is this legal? Is this a valid form of doing business? There are many government agencies, even here in Massachusetts, that utilize a variety of digital identifications and signatures. An example of that is the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. When we log in for the Division of Unemployment Assistance, for purposes of authentication, using your password is considered the same as using your signature. So we're getting a lot of companies and a lot of agencies out there throughout the country that are utilizing a set of legal requirements allowing this type of a process. Now, in Massachusetts, the way this breaks down is under Mass General Law, Uniform Electronic Transactions, Chapter 110G is the actual general law that governs this. And it essentially says a contract may not be denied legal effect or enforceability solely because an electronic record was used in its formation. If a law requires a record to be in writing, an electronic record satisfies the law. If a law requires a signature, an electronic signature satisfies the law. So all of these forms of electronic signatures satisfy the law. An example of that would be our banks when we take a digital picture of our checks that we receive and we deposit them. That is a digital signature of that check. And Chapter 3 in the Uniform Electronic Procurement Act also applies to this. And what ends up happening is they actually refer to this electronic signature in Global and National Commerce Act 15. And what that does is that gives a general outline on a national level what is acceptable as an electronic signature. So I've opened up that section of U.S. Code, and there's two sections that are very important that govern what we're doing. A signature, contract, or other record relating to such transactions may not be denied legal effect, validity, or enforceability solely because it is an electronic form, and a contract relating to such a transaction may not be denied legal effect, validity, or enforceability solely because an electronic signature or electronic record was used in its formation. Now these are the items that govern electronic signatures, electronic contracts, and dealing with this whole new wave of information that we're doing online. And I would welcome anybody to verify or take a look if you have questions of those statutes. But in effect, that's how electronic signatures are becoming valid in the construction industry as well as the banking industry and many government agencies. I hope this helped clarify some of the questions and also how to create a digital signature within Acrobat. Thank you.